Remember the old days? Every time the lights went out, everyone would just stare up at the ceiling. Like maybe if we looked long enough, the power would magically come back?
Yeah, as if making eye contact with the electricity gods would fix things.
Maybe it actually worked. Imagine if Zeus ran the power grid, just endless lightning bolts and no electric bills.
True, though if he got annoyed, he would probably cut the power on purpose. Didn't pay today. Enjoy the darkness, mortals.
See, that's what I love about these myths. The gods act like nosy, moody neighbors sometimes.
And that, dear listeners, is exactly what we are talking about today.
Timeless stories that just refuse to fade.
I am Shuddho.
And I'm Monami.
Today, we are wandering through the wild world of Greek gods, where thunderbolts, wisdom, jealousy, and a little too much wine always stir up some drama.
The gods weren't perfect, but they were never boring, powerful, emotional, and honestly very human. It's no wonder we keep retelling their stories.
From Marvel's Hercules to Percy Jackson,
their stories keep popping up everywhere.
It's because deep down, there is a bit of Zeus, Hera, or Dionysus in all of us.
Speak for yourself. I am aiming for Athena, calm, clever, and just the right touch of smug.
That's a solid pick. So, grab your coffee or ambrosia because we are diving into Greek mythology from primordial chaos up to the peaks of Olympus.
Let's find out what makes these myths truly immortal.
So hello, Greek gods.
Welcome to LitChat.
So, let's rewind. Not just before Zeus, way before the Titans, back to a time when there weren't even names for things.
Before clocks, calendars, or even your alarm going off in the morning.
The Greeks imagined that at the very beginning there was only chaos.
And before you panic, it wasn't untidy. This was the deepest kind of emptiness. Just pure nothing.
No sun, no land, no sky. Just a silent, dark space with all of creation waiting to happen.
Then, out of that great silence, something stirs. The first generation is born, the Primordials.
These were not your everyday gods with thunderbolts and family feuds.
No, these were ideas, forces, feelings that woke up and became real.
No shrines, no prayers. They simply existed.
Right. Chaos. The beginning gives rise to Gaia, the earth itself, our planet's heartbeat. She brings forth Uranus, the endless sky above her.
And don't skip over Tartarus, the sunless pit even deeper than the underworld.
Wild, isn't it? These aren't just characters. They are the world itself. Gaia doesn't just symbolize the earth. She is the earth.
That is what is magical about Greek mythology. Creation is poetry. The world doesn't just arrive, it breathes into being.
And then there is Eros, the spark, the force that pulls everything together.
Even Nyx, night itself, and Erebus, the living shadow, come from chaos.
It's like the universe is taking its first breath, making pairs, dark and light, earth and sky, love and void.
Pretty amazing when you think about it.
The Greeks weren't doing science. They were telling us what it felt like for the world to begin, that sense of awe at creation.
Everything starts with chaos, the great unknown. From that hush, the universe unfolds, matter, space, feeling, story.
And soon, these vast forces begin to react, especially Gaia and Uranus. When earth and sky meet, creation erupts.
From them come the next generation.
The Titan.
From chaos came creation, and from creation, stories.
Let's move ahead. When Gaia and Uranus, Earth and Sky, brought forth the next big family, the Titans.
Oh, the infamous crew where everyone is everyone's relative and spouse.
Classic Greek myth.
There were 12 OG Titans, 6 brothers and 6 sisters.
For the brothers, Oceanus, Coeus, Crius, Hyperion, Iapetus, Cronus.
And the sisters, Theia, Rhea, Themis, Mnemosyne, Phoebe, Thetis.
They ruled during the so-called Golden Age, peaceful times, plenty to eat and no Monday mornings.
Of the 12, some really shaped the story.
The eldest, Oceanus, was the river that circled the world, not just water, but the boundary of everything known.
He was paired with Thetis, who ruled springs and rivers, the world's hidden lifeblood.
Together, they created all the river gods and ocean nymphs, literally the veins of the earth.
Next up, Hyperion, Titan of light, alongside Theia, goddess of sight.
Light and sight, a poetic match, brother and sister, husband and wife.
Together, they gave birth to Helios, the sun, Selene, the moon, and Eos, the dawn, the second generation Titans.
Another key figure was Iapetus, the Titan god of mortality, a link to the ups and downs of human existence.
As an ancestor of humanity.
His partner was Clymene, a nymph daughter of Oceanus and Tethys.
So, Clymene was his niece, right?
Yes, and they gave birth to some famous sons, Atlas, Prometheus, Epimetheus, and Minotaur.
The case of Atlas is really curious. Long after when he led the Titans in their rebellion against the Olympian gods and got defeated, he was condemned to hold up the sky as a punishment.
Right, and speaking of rebellion, who can forget Prometheus?
Humanity's favorite rebel, the one who stole fire from the gods and gave it to us.
He went against Zeus so people could thrive.
Poor guy was punished by Zeus for caring too much. He was chained and an eagle ate his liver every day. It grew back overnight.
That myth is one of the earliest stories about suffering and the price of progress.
Epimetheus, which means afterthought, was his little brother, kind of impulsive.
He handed out gifts to the animals, and by the time he thought about humans, all the good stuff was gone. Prometheus had to make up for it.
By giving fire and wisdom to humans.
Right.
And he is the one who received Pandora from Zeus, leading to the opening of Pandora's box and the release of evils into the world.
So yeah, impulses and rash decisions.
And there was Minotaur, the spirit of reckless pride.
At the center was Kronos, the youngest Titan, and his sister wife, Rhea.
Kronos is the Titan of time, not ticking clocks, but cosmic, all-consuming time. But why is he so important?
It's all about Uranus. The Titans got so powerful, their dad Uranus freaked out. He was worried that his children might overthrow him, so he locked them away, trying to stop them from rising up.
That was hard on Gaia, who wanted her children free.
So Gaia created a sickle and rallied her sons to overthrow Uranus. Only Kronos stepped up. He ambushed his dad and, castrated him with the sickle while his brothers held their father down.
Brutal stuff.
That ended Uranus's reign and split the sky from the earth.
You see, the Primordials were ideas, art, sky, chaos, but the Titans sound like real personalities. They're relatable.
Exactly. The world becomes not just forces, but families, emotions, motives, drama.
And of course, every powerful family eventually faces a rebellion.
This time, it was led by the next-gen Thunder Boy, Zeus.
The Titanomachy, the 10-year clash between Titans and Olympians.
Now, under Cronus, everything looked calm on the surface, golden, easy, almost too perfect.
Which usually means a storm is coming, right?
Exactly. Fear has a way of planting seeds.
And those seeds grow into rebellions.
A prophecy warned Cronus that one of his own children would overthrow him, just like he overthrew his father Uranus.
So what does a paranoid king do?
He starts swallowing his children the moment they are born, one by one. Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon, gone.
A horrifying bad plan.
And he imprisoned the Cyclops and the Hecatoncheires, just as Uranus did before him.
Now, who were the Cyclops and the Hecatoncheires? Amuse us.
They were also born from Uranus and Gaia, but Greek myth specifically classified the Titans as a distinct group of 12 siblings who ruled before the Olympians. The Cyclops and the Hecatoncheires were their brothers, but were seen as different types of divine beings. They were monsters or craftsmen rather than rulers or gods of the cosmos.
Okay.
The Cyclops were one-eyed giants known for their incredible strength and skill as craftsmen. They forged powerful weapons for the Titans.
And the Hecatoncheires?
Hecatoncheires are the 100-handed giants. Each had 50 heads and 100 arms, making them formidable allies in battle. They were powerful but didn't share the Titans' divine status or authority.
Not the ruling class like the Titans, more like cosmic muscle and makers.
Yes, and they were all gone. For the Titans, Rhea had to present the newborns to Kronos served on a platter.
And Kronos swallowed them all?
Right, Titan-style parenting, Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon all swallowed one by one. But Rhea could bear it no longer.
And?
She devised a plan to save her youngest child, Zeus. Instead of presenting Zeus to Kronos as she did with her other newborns, she handed over a stone wrapped in cloth, which Kronos swallowed, believing it was his son.
So it were the wives who rebelled.
Always. Rhea then raised Zeus in hiding. When Zeus reached adulthood, Rhea aided his rebellion against Kronos and helped rescue her other children from his father's belly.
Belly? Seriously?
And he waged a war against Kronos.
14 long years.
Yes, the Titans fought from Mount Othrys, the young gods from Mount Olympus. 10 years of thunder, stone and fury.
And the game changer? The Cyclops armed the Olympians. Thunder and lightning for Zeus. The trident for Poseidon. The helm of invisibility for Hades.
With those, the Olympians finally toppled the Titans. The defeated are chained and hauled into Tartarus.
And Olympus becomes the new address of power.
The age of the Olympians begins, and with it, a new kind of divine drama.
So this is where the split really shows. Titans on the old side, Olympians on the new.
Precisely.
Which brings us to the family tree. Let's meet the lineup.
At the top, the big three.
Zeus, king of gods, ruler of sky, master of thunder.
Poseidon, lord of the seas and earthquakes.
Hades, ruler of the underworld.
Zeus keeps order and justice among gods and mortals.
Poseidon carries the trident and the mood swings of the ocean. Sailors prayed hard to keep him happy.
Hades governs the dead and the riches beneath the earth.
Then the rest of the households, every domain comes with a story.
Hera, the wife-sister of Zeus, became the queen of the gods, goddess of marriage, women, and family.
Infamous for her jealousy and vengeance against Zeus's other lovers and their children.
Ares, their son, the raw force of war.
More brute force than brain, forever charging into battles.
And his polar opposite, Athena, the goddess of wisdom.
She sprang fully grown and armed from Zeus's forehead after Zeus experienced a tremendous headache and had his head split open.
She became the protector of the city of Athens. A whole city was named in her honor.
Then there is Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty, said to have risen from sea foam.
The original born of bubble smith.
From foam to fame.
Pell said, now Apollo and Artemis were the twins. They were born to Zeus and Leto, a Titaness.
Apollo is the god of the sun, music, prophecy, and killing.
Artemis, on the other hand, is the goddess of the hunt, wilderness, childbirth, and the moon.
There is a blacksmith among the Olympians. What was his name?
Hephaestus, son of Hera, the god of fire and craft, not the fastest on his feet, but the finest with his hands, armored thrones, masterpieces.
And there is Hermes, winged speedster, god of travelers, trade, and clever schemes.
He was son of Zeus and Maia, the nymph.
Isn't this Maia a daughter of Atlas?
Yes, see how complicated?
And yet, how complete.
This Hermes is very fast and clever. He glides between worlds and guides souls to the underworld.
There was Demeter, another interesting character.
The goddess of harvest and seasons, whose grief for her daughter Persephone gave us the cycle of summer and winter.
Her sorrow resulted in winter.
Her joy brought spring.
And there is Hestia, goddess of the hearth, keeper of the sacred flame.
And the poet's favorite, Dionysus, god of wine and theatre.
Crazy dude, Las Vegas edition.
So there are the Olympians, Polaus.
Each with a temper, a symbol, and a story that still speaks.
The Titans gave structure. The Olympians gave drama. Together, they built the myths that never stop echoing.
So, where do we go next?
Let's follow the Olympians as they meddle in the world of men.
And watch the demigods walk onto the stage.
So the Olympians got busy ruling the skies.
But what's happening downstairs on Earth?
Things got interesting. Those heavenly types started mingling with us mere mortals.
The godly gene pool got creative. From those unions, we get demigods, the heroes caught halfway between mortal and divine.
Demigods are kind of epic, right? They carry the powers of gods, but also all the messy bits of being human, ambition, pride, heartbreak, that whole destiny roller coaster. First example that comes to mind, Hercules.
Or as the Romans like to call him, Hercules.
Absolute legend. The original fitness influencer thanks to Zeus and his mortal mom, Alcmene.
Strong enough to wrestle lions or even hold up the sky if he felt like showing off.
But his life is a cautionary tale. Hera hated him, all because he wasn't her son. Driven mad by her, he killed his wife and children in a fit of insanity. Overcome with grief and seeking atonement, he went to the Oracle of Delphi, where he was told to serve King Eurystheus and complete a series of seemingly impossible tasks.
The 12 labors, monsters, magical apples, and cleaning out stables that hadn't been touched in decades.
That's the real test of heroism.
By tackling those challenges, Heracles didn't just redeem himself. He redefined heroism. Eventually, his story is not about punishment, but about transformation. Mortal muscle becomes immortal legend.
Because after his adventure's end, Zeus brings him to Olympus. Now he is officially a god.
Then comes Achilles, star of the Trojan War.
Born to Thetis, a sea nymph, and King Peleus. His mother tried to make him invincible, dipped him in the river Styx, but held him by the heel. That little slip gives us history's most famous weakness.
Achilles burns bright, dies young. He is unstoppable in battle, yet deeply human in rage and grief, especially after the death of his friend Patroclus.
His story isn't just about glory, it's about the cost of it.
Then there is Perseus, another son of Zeus, this time with Danae.
The original monster slayer. He beheads Medusa, whose stare could turn you to stone.
Perseus gets a power-up from the gods. Hermes' winged sandals, Athena's shield. Later he rescues Andromeda from a sea monster.
A perfect video game setup.
But let's switch gears. Not all heroes are muscle and sword.
You mean Orpheus?
Yes, the musician who could churn anything, even rocks, with his lyre. Son of Calliope, muse of epic poetry. That's serious artistic blood.
Orpheus' story is pure poetry. He enters the underworld, moves even Hades with his music, just to bring back his love, Eurydice.
The catch? He is told not to look back until they reach the surface. He does, and loses her forever. That moment is heartbreak spun into legend.
What's powerful here is that Orpheus finds immortality not with strength, but with art. His lyre becomes a constellation, Lyra, in the night sky.
That's the real message of the demigods. Greatness comes in all shapes. Brute strength, bold courage, beautiful music, deep love. Being half divine just means you have more ways to shine.
And in a way, they bridge the gap between the mythic and the mortal, between gods who rule and humans who dream.
Couldn't have said it better.
Wow, what a journey we've had.
From chaos to cohere, and a whole universe in between.
Yep, yes. So we have met the primordials, the architects of existence, the titans, the first rulers, the Olympians, the new management, and the demigods, the mortal heroes.
But just when you think the cosmic family drama is over, think again.
Because order in the cosmos never lasts forever. From deep within the earth, a brand new rebellion starts brewing.
This time, it's Gaia herself unleashing a whole army, the giants.
And these weren't just tall brutes. These were raw forces of nature summoned by Gaia's fury.
Remember when Uranus, the sky, was castrated and his blood fell upon earth? Gaia absorbed it and brought forth the giants.
Enormous, fierce beings with human upper bodies and serpentine legs.
Their birth itself is symbolic. Gaia, who had already lost her Titan children to Zeus's rule, refused to sit quietly as her other kids got tossed into Tartarus. She made the giants fight back.
Earth was basically saying, "Hurt my children, I'll unleash something you can't handle."
Gaia is the ultimate mother. You mess with her family, there is gonna be a reckoning.
The giants were a revenge, relentless, furious, meant to shake Olympus to its core.
The result? An epic showdown. The Gigantomachy. Olympian gods versus giants in a cosmic wrestling match.
We are talking mountains as weapons, trees flying, giants trying to storm heaven itself. It's raw, elemental chaos, a rerun of the original cosmic battle.
Then comes a twist. This is not a fight the gods can win alone. There is a prophecy. Only a mortal and a god fighting together can slay a giant.
That's the cue for Hercules. Half god, half mortal, our old hero steps up and with the Olympians starts picking off giants.
The battle is legendary, not just mythology's war story, but a clash about order and chaos, civilization versus wild nature.
It's a reminder that if you try to outsmart nature, there will be consequences.
You see, every time power gets too comfortable, Greek myth brings in a new challenger. Gaia's role reminds us that the art is never just passive landscape. She is alive and fighting.
You can lock up the titans or overthrow the sky, but you can't silence the earth. She will always find a way to speak.
And that's what keeps these myths alive, the cycle of rebellion and shifting tides of power.
The story is never really over. It's always spinning into something new.
Okay, there. We have journeyed from the very birth of the universe all the way to the age of heroes.
And you know what? The story doesn't stop in Greece.
Right, because along come the Romans and rebranded the whole thing.
Ultimate remix. This is where students get stuck all the time. Wait, Is it Zeus or Jupiter? Aphrodite or Venus? Answer, both.
The Romans rolled into Greece, fell head over heels for their culture, art, and especially their wild mythologies.
So instead of inventing a whole new batch of gods, the lazy bones just took the Greek ones, gave them Latin names, and threw a little Roman attitude into the mix. A mythological makeover, if you will.
Like Zeus, the thunder-hurling king of Olympus, became Jupiter, the head honcho of Roman heaven. His wife Hera transformed into Juno, still the goddess of marriage, still gloriously jealous.
Poseidon got a shiny new Roman name, Neptune, the god of the sea and storms. Hades, lord of the underworld, became Pluto, which also meant wealth because, well, the Romans figured that all riches came from the earth below.
Ares, the Greek god of war, impulsive and hot-blooded, became Mars in Rome, more disciplined and a symbol of national pride, the legendary father of Romulus and Remus. Suddenly, your local war god is also Rome's founding father.
Aphrodite went full Venus. Still the goddess of beauty and love, but now also a mythical ancestor of the Romans thanks to her connection to Aeneas.
Apollo, he was the total package. So the Romans did not even change his name. Sun, music, prophecy, still the cool kid on Olympus.
Hercules sped up as Mukherjee, messenger, prankster, and patron saint of commerce. Think of him as the ancient world's fastest delivery service.
Hephaestus got a new name, Vulcan, still hammering out inventions under volcanoes. Demeter, goddess of harvest, becomes Ceres, from which we get the word cereal.
Which means your morning cornflakes are basically a breakfast tribute to a goddess.
Absolutely. And Artemis became Diana, goddess of the hunt and the moon, whose name pops up everywhere from ancient shrines to modern stories.
But with all these switches, the tone changed too. Greek mythology was poetic, psychological, full of flawed gods and deep questions. Roman mythology put those same gods to work, serving the empire. Duty, order, progress.
So when you hear Zeus or Jupiter, Aphrodite or Venus, just know they are the same cosmic force adjusted for a new place, new time.
That's the thing about myths. They are not fossils. They travel, transform, and adapt. The divine always ready for a fresh start.
And maybe that's why we still talk about them, because these gods, Greek or Roman, are mirrors. They reflect not just the heavens, but who we are.
Beautifully said. From chaos to cosmos, Greece to Rome, the stories keep spinning.
And that wraps up today's episode of LitChat on NibblePop.
Thanks for joining us. Maybe next time we'll wander into someplace else.
Just promise you won't look back like Orpheus.
No guarantees. I'd probably get lost in the middle.
Fair. At least you'd have a great story to tell.
That's what mythology is, isn't it? Falling, learning, coming back with a story.
Exactly. See you next time, storyteller.
See you, Mythmaker.